Greetings, royal family. Happy Saturday, May 30th. Welcome back to another episode of the Morning Boogie live morning show. Saturday, sure that May you can 30th. Hear me. Welcome back to another episode. Put a thumbs up Morning in the chat Boogie if you can hear live me loud morning and clear, show, please. Saturday, sure that May you can 30th. Hear me. Welcome back to another episode. Put a thumbs up Morning in the chat Boogie if you can hear live me loud morning and clear, show, please. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Why am I hearing feedback? Okay, I see a couple of you are already in here. Greetings, don't try me. Greetings. Tisha's Take. Sky Girl. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. All right, so I normally wait a few minutes, pardon my silence. I normally wait a few minutes until people start rolling in. It's Saturday, May 30th. Why am I not seeing my live chat? All right. If you can hear me, put a thumbs up in the chat. Okay, you can hear me. Oh, Lord. Well, it's a lot been going on, right? A lot been going on. So hopefully everybody is in good spirits, as good as you can be, because there's a lot going on. Okay, Sky Girl, you can hear me? Perfect. Well, welcome. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Be sure to thumbs up the video, share the video. I want to have a nice, robust conversation today about some things. I mean, it wouldn't be me if I didn't talk about certain things. You know, I do my reviews, I do my commentary, but social issues are things that I do like to discuss amongst my little village, my little social circle. And I do engage at times on social media, not too much, not to the point where I'm being argumentative or getting to arguments with people, but people have strong opinions, as do I. That's totally fine. So we all know what's been going on. So I wanted to touch on that as well. What else did I want to talk about? I wanted to kind of address things that I've been seeing that's been going on my platform here. And I'm not calling anybody out in particular, just kind of setting some ground rules, basically. And I normally don't do all of that. I just kind of keep it moving and do what I do and engage with who I engage with. But I do see that certain people are taking advantage of the fact that I don't address them, correct them, or anything like that. So I'm just going to put that out there, talk about that, and keep it moving. What else is on today's order of business? And then just create a space for you guys to talk, you know what I mean? To vent, maybe. I know a lot of people are very emotional, rightfully so. A lot of people are upset about what's been going on, rightfully so. So I just want to be able to have like a safe space for people for people to express themselves. Don't really have a script, you know. So I'm just going to kind of talk about whatever it is that I wanted to bring to the table, and hopefully you guys will do the same. What are we, 4 minutes in? I mean, if you're watching the replay, please be sure to comment respectfully. I always say that from day one. I've made it very well known that respect is the top priority of this platform. Not only respect for oneself, respect for me, and also respect for the platform that I did build to create this environment, this royal family. You know, I take this seriously. And I like to have fun. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun and, everybody, throwing their quote unquote fun shade, whatever the heck that means. However, I've noticed, so I guess I can go into my commentary. If you're just joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. Be sure to say a hello, drop a good morning. Well, it's not morning here, but, drop a greetings. Let me know that you're in here and all is well. So first order of business is I noticed that a lot of people or some people on this platform are making it their duty to be disrespectful. Granted, I can't prevent anybody from being disrespectful, right? People have the ability to do whatever they need to do, right? Of course, yes, I can block them, delete it. My moderator can block and delete and things like that, and that's fine. But this is what I don't want. I don't want any trolls or any cornballs, I should say, goofies, that's what I call them, coming over here tainting this environment. I'm not with that. I'm not for that. I don't like when people try to seek attention on my platform. YouTube is a app or a platform that you can create your own channel for free. You're not charged a monthly fee to create a channel, right? So if you want to be a goofy on your own platform. I don't like when a lot of my subscribers or supporters DM me and they're venting their frustration about some of the things that they see other people doing. You know what I mean? I like that you feel comfortable to DM me, because I'm very responsive, but I don't want anyone engaging in a negative back and forth with somebody who's coming over here to seek attention. And see, the thing is with me, I've grown a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all have, right? But what I do, I want to lead by example. So trust me, some of the comments that I see, I have an immediate clap back. Sometimes it hurts for me to hold in my sarcasm. You know what I mean? And I do like the art of debating. But what I won't do is I'm not going to lower my standards and get in the mud with some of these people and then expect my royal family members to do the same. So I do have to lead by example. You know what I mean? So if you're someone who is subscribed to this channel, right? For whatever reason, because, some people subscribe, some people watch because they don't like my platform. They just want to have something negative to say. That's fine. Thanks for the view. Thanks for the click. I appreciate it. But this is the thing. If you don't have anything productive and respectful to say, just shut up. Don't come over here trying to cause division, trying to cause drama. And some of you may not even see it because there's a lot of comments that are held for review and a lot of comments that I have to end up deleting. A lot of comments that kind of like pass through the little block and get posted on my channel. And I'm not here for that. I can run my platform however I choose to. Just like if you were to create a platform, you can run your platform however you choose to. So my thing is this: be careful what you ask for. Don't go around causing commotion, looking for attention, and then when you get the attention, it's not the attention that you like, and then you're crying about it. If you don't like something, there is a respectful way that you can disagree. It's possible. All of us are human. We have a brain. We have the ability to reason. We're not animals. So if you choose not to exercise that ability by being respectful or respectfully disagreeing, be gone. It's okay. I don't mind. And to all of you who actually exercise that ability to respectfully disagree, I really appreciate y'all. I really do. I really, really do. A lot of you, some of my commentary in the comments, you don't agree, but you don't disrespect me by calling me out of my name, any of my supporters out of their name. Those of you, I really, really appreciate you, because what you're doing is you're showing the class that you possess. And this is not about being better than anybody, but there are some things that I am and some of you are above, and that's ignorance. We don't have to exercise ignorance and classlessness. It's not necessary. It's counterproductive. And it's also not the focus of my platform. Point blank, period. So I normally don't even do all of that, but I do have to, because like I said, I'm not a fool. And I see when people, I see one pet peeve that I probably will share with you guys is I don't like a try to be funny person. See what I'm saying? Because throughout my life, whenever someone has tried to be funny with me and then I try to be funny and then I be funny back, I'm always met with, oh, it's not that serious. You took it too far. No. Don't come over here trying to be funny, because you just might get what you're looking for. You might not, but you just might. And then you're going to be embarrassed. I don't know any of you personally. How can someone who you don't even see, I don't even come on camera anymore. Well, for right now, I'm getting some things sorted out. How can I offend you? Your self-esteem is that much in the trash? Why do you care about what I have to say? So much so that it gets you angry? Nah, B. You on the wrong platform. You need to be doing a Zoom or a FaceTime with a therapist. And I'm serious about that. When people disagree with me respectfully about any of my commentary, trust and believe. I don't sit here, why would they say that? I can't stand you. Because I understand that I didn't make this platform for everybody to agree with me. I like the art of conversation. Someone can point out something that I said and make me see it a different way. Not necessarily change my mind, but make me see it a different way. That creates dialogue. That's intellect. Listen, I like to have fun just like most of you, but I'm not for the low budget, low brow, gutter mentality. I'm not for it. It's a waste of time. Some people tune in to my platform as well as other YouTubers' platform because maybe they're depressed. They don't have anyone to talk to. They're going through things. They want to ease their mind. They want to talk to people. And I understand that because plenty of people have let me know, hey, look, I was having a crappy day and you made me laugh. Thank you for that. I enjoy stuff like that. I don't want people coming on my platform and seeing no trash because that's representative of me. And that's not what I'm about. That's not why I built this platform. So if you don't like it, everybody says this, and I don't know why people don't take heed. Don't come on here. Don't. You waste your time just to get attention, and then your comment gets deleted. What? Who does that? You have that much time to waste? Listen, we living on borrowed time. I ain't got that much time to waste. Now that I've gotten that off my chest, welcome to everybody. And let's get into the main event, what I really wanted to talk about. Now, I was going to, thank you for listening also. I was going to talk about earlier this week, the middle of the week, I had plans to discuss like some of the social issues that's been going on, like the situation with Doja Cat. And then I said to myself, I don't really care. Then I said, I should touch on it because it kind of ties into what has been going on recently. George Floyd, you guys know, he was murdered by a individual who is supposed to be a police officer. There were 4 police officers involved. This man had his knee on George Floyd's neck, and George Floyd obviously could not breathe. He was handcuffed. He was on his stomach. And there were bystanders watching, some recording. And after that, all hell broke loose, right? Now, some people are saying that the hell that broke loose in Minnesota is not necessary. I say rebellion. Some people are saying riots, but I say it's a rebellion, protest, rebellion. I choose my words wisely on purpose. Some people were not in favor of the rebellion, and they're saying that protests should be peaceful. And I don't listen. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I always say that, right? I don't have to agree with you, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And then there was also talks of you're destroying your own community. Why are they doing this? This is counterproductive. All you're doing is messing up your own community. Now, I have a strong opinion about the whole messing up your community narrative. And I want you guys to chime in, and I want you guys to give your opinions. Who's in here? Greetings, Nicole, Sky Girl, Lashia. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday, everybody. Make sure you're hitting the like button, sharing the video. So I want you guys to be able to express yourself, right? And say how you feel. Of course, like I always say, respect is a top priority. If you feel that you're going to say something disrespectful, or you get angry to the point where you're going to disrespect the platform, I would just ask that you just don't say anything, because I'm not trying to create an environment of like hostility and hate and all that. That energy is not that's not where I'm at today. Anyway, so I have my opinions about these protests that are taking place, right? I get what people are saying, right? As far as it could be counterproductive. You're damaging innocent people's property. Property damage is not the move. You're stealing from stores and things like that. This is how I feel. The people that are out there in the streets, and it's not just in Minnesota, people in LA, in Atlanta, in New York are protesting as well. And as far as I'm concerned, my opinion is this. I'm speaking for myself. I can't tell any of these people that they're wrong. And here's why. For a number of reasons, but here's why. One of them. I am not out there on the front lines like these people are. We are in the middle of a pandemic, and these people are out there on the front lines for whatever reason. They're filled with emotion. They're filled with rage. You know what I mean? Some of them feel like there's no other choice but to take matters into our own hands, right? There's no way that me, sitting in the comfort of my house, can say, now why those people doing? They stupid. Why are they doing that? I'm not out there protesting. I'm not out there. I don't even have a sign. I'm not even on outside with a sign. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like because I'm not in it, literally, I'm not out there. I'm not sacrificing my life, because these people are sacrificing their life. They're making the choice to do so. I don't feel that I have the right to tell these people how to express their frustration, how to protest, and how to rebel. Another argument is they're destroying their community. These corporate entities, right, that are being burned or being damaged, none of the people who live in that community have any stock in these corporate entities. They don't own anything. Most of them, they don't operate or run anything. So how are they destroying their community? These corporate entities who are constantly bailed out by the government in the recent pandemic, right? Some people got stimulus checks. You know how much money a lot of these corporate entities got? The numbers would probably blow your mind. These corporate companies don't give back to the community. If anything, they drain the community. The already quote unquote poor, the working poor, live in these neighborhoods. They're paying taxes, which goes to the police force, right? Imagine you paying taxes to the entity that's supposed to protect you, right? And you're getting killed in your own neighborhood. So you're basically paying to live somewhere, paying for protection, and you're not getting a fraction of that protection. You're being killed. That would frustrate anybody, no? Constantly. Now, this situation in Minnesota, in my opinion, I don't think it is just about George Floyd. It's a culmination. These past 2 months, look at what we've seen as it pertains to black people, the way that they're being murdered. And when somebody is fed up, there is no rationale, right? When somebody is enraged, how can you tell somebody who's enraged, hey, you have to be organized? Organization is the last thing on a person's mind who's enraged. Now, I'm not saying anything is right or wrong. I'm just saying, just look at everything, a culmination of all of this violence. Now, I didn't click on the video of George Floyd. I've seen images, and I did hear people saying that this man was calling for his mother. He was begging for the officer to please get off of him. The officer had his hand in his pocket. Now, I hope y'all paying attention. He had his hand in his pocket. He wasn't the only officer that had his knee on George Floyd. The angle that we most see is that one officer with his knee on his neck. But then there's a separate angle showing that behind that truck, there were 2 other officers kneeling on the lower portion of George Floyd's body. And the Asian officer was trying to keep the crowd at bay. There were people saying, come on, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Again, I didn't watch from beginning to end. There's certain videos I just don't click on, but I get the gist of what's going on. The one officer that was in the street stood there while he watched his colleague commit murder. The people that were in the audience filming, do you know the trauma, the post-traumatic stress that they're going to experience? Nobody says nothing about that. Nobody's thinking about that. What's going to happen to them? Are they going to become enraged and start to commit crimes themselves? Are they going to suffer from depression and anxiety and overdose? We don't know. So you see how these things, they're like a domino effect. They affect everybody in that community. That cop doesn't even live in that community. He also has another house in Florida. His wife, I just learned this morning, his wife allegedly filed for divorce. She probably is so happy that she got a way out. Who knows what was going on in their household, but that's irrelevant. The cop had his hand in his pocket. Why? The prosecutor, or the police chief, I think it was, the prosecutor said that the police officers are trained to use their knee to subdue a suspect, right? They are trained to do that, and they are trained to use a certain amount of force. A certain amount of force. This is their law. This is what cops can do. They know that they can use force as long as it's not excessive force. So they have to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that excessive force was used that caused Mr. Floyd's death. This is what's going to be taken to court. How do you prove that he used excessive force? His hand was in his pocket. Help me out in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. If he had his hand on the ground and he looked like he was grinding his fingers into the ground, and his shoulders were going while he had his knee on Mr. Floyd's neck, then that could be proven as excessive force. You think that cop don't know what he was doing? He saw everybody have their phones out. He did it in front of in front of a crowd. What does that say to you? Why is this man even a police officer? Is there no psychological evaluation that needs to take place? So when you see this, right? Now, mind you, I wasn't even there, but me seeing this, do you know how I went from hurt to anger to hurt to anger? Imagine the people that were watching this. What about his mama having to see her son in that position? And then in the same breath, you talking about be at peace? Nah. What that says to me, again, this is my opinion. There's nothing wrong if you feel that a peaceful protest is what should be done. I'm not judging you for that. I strongly disagree. To me, I think the word peace is being used, but y'all really want to say be docile. Imagine if you turn on the news and you saw your brother, your father, your uncle, your cousin, your friend, your son. That's how you have to find out that they died. Everybody is sharing it on social media. Everybody. They're sharing the images. They're sharing the video. You can't go online without seeing that. Can you imagine his loved ones have to be constantly reminded that this is how my son, brother, uncle, cousin, father died, friend? And then to see the smug reaction of that cop with his knee on his neck, and then there were two other officers. Do you know what that does to some people's psyche? Peace is the last thing that's going to be on people's mind. Prior to that, Ahmaud Arbery was jogging and he was hunted down and killed. I don't remember the name of the young lady who was she was in some sort of law enforcement. She was just killed. We could even go further back. Sean Bell, remember that? That was back in 2006. The man had a cell phone in his hand. On his wedding day, he got shot with 50 bullets? What threat was he? When you are constantly seeing your people that look like you, murdered, hunted and killed, I guess they must have thought that, hey, they'll comply. They'll just be, they'll fall in line. Nah, not everybody has that mentality. So of course, people have to suppress all of this anger, all of this pain. You can only suppress anger and pain, but for so long. So when I see people saying, oh, black people are just making it worse. You're going to give the government reason to use force. Nah, they shouldn't be doing that anyway. And in my opinion, if anybody is upset and looking for someone to blame for these rebellions and these protests, quote unquote, getting out of hand, blame that cop, all four of them, because that's where it started. The man was just arrested yesterday. This murder took place on Monday. Why did it take so long for him to be arrested? And I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't even think that they have that man in custody. I don't believe it. For some reason, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. This is what the generation before us has gone through this. The generation before that, and before that. There's another narrative out there. Because I was having discussions on Facebook the other day and Twitter. So I was seeing what some people, just gathering information, just seeing how some people felt. Y'all need to be worried about black on black crime. What the hell is it? What is black on black crime? There's no such thing, right? No such thing. Crime is crime. Black on black crime. Crime is committed by people. Most people who commit crimes, right? They commit crimes toward people and things that are in their proximity, right? So if you have a neighborhood that is predominantly black and Hispanic, or just black, and there is someone in the neighborhood or in the area that commits a crime against someone else that happens to be black, it's just crime. The people in their proximity are black. Don't fall for these psychological tricks, man, with words. Don't. I don't. You can do what you wish. No disrespect. And again, I have to say, if Minnesota didn't go up in flames, the police station and all other, buildings, who's to say if they would have even arrested this man? Or excuse me, well, they said they arrested, he's been charged with third-degree murder. Third-degree murder? Third degree? Autopsy came back as well. The autopsy says that Mr. Floyd had hypertension, and he had basically, I don't know if they said he was in the early stages or if he had coronary, like heart disease. So that's what they're leaning towards, trying to say that that's the reason why he died. If this man was in tip-top shape, if you restrict somebody's airways, they're going to die. And to me, what's insulting is that you really expect the public to accept that? He had hypertension. Really? That's why he died? Wow. Like I said, if you had somebody who was in tip-top shape and you restrict their breathing, they're not going to live. Especially with this man on his stomach with his hands handcuffed behind his back. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Everyone needs to blame the cops. Only the passive sellouts will try to run interference, putting the blame on the people and telling them to calm down. Yeah, I don't understand. How can you tell somebody who is rightfully enraged? Those people that were standing out there, never, even the people who, like myself, who witnessed it on television or social media, but the people who were standing right there, they don't have a right to be angry. They were pleading with the officer to stop. His colleague stood right there with his hands on his hips, as if like to say, come on, man, hurry up. He watched it. What is the purpose of you handcuffing the man? You got him down on the ground. Put him in a car. What is he even being like? Put him in a car. And let's go further back. Allegedly, the person, he was in the store, and there was a store clerk that accused him. See, now, first I heard he tried to pay for something with a $10 bill, and the store clerk thought that the $10 bill was fake. So what Mr. Floyd did was he didn't take any items out of the store. He took his $10 bill, allegedly, and walked out. But the store clerk called the cops on him. Another story is he tried to pay with a bad check, allegedly. But here's the thing. What crime was committed in order for the store clerk to call the cops? What crime was committed? The problem that I have, right, is that these people think that the majority of the public is dumb. They treat people like they're dumb. They talk to us like we're dumb. That would frustrate anybody. These people are not even safe in their own neighborhoods. And it's because of law enforcement, who their taxes go toward supporting. They keep it running. Why do you think sometimes you hear some people say, you know what, I'm not even going to call the cops? No, because they're afraid of what might happen. An entity that is supposed to be for the people, right? You're afraid to call because you may be a statistic? That doesn't make any sense. So again, when I see people saying, no, they're just destroying their community. What? Their community? They don't own nothing in that damn community. They don't have stock in that community. Those stores and department stores and stuff like that, they ain't putting back into the community. Look at the school system in some of those communities. You got a Walmart, AutoZone, Target, but the school system is trash. How? Why aren't they putting back money into the community where they have their business? You know why? Because they don't got to lay their head there. They don't care. Some of these companies pay their employees peanuts, and they're $1 trillion companies, and they pay their employees peanuts. These companies have insurance for stuff like this. They can rebuild in no time. They're draining the poor just by them being in some of these neighborhoods. It's not economically beneficial to the residents in these lower income neighborhoods. It's not. It's convenient because you can run here to get some food. You can run here to get some socks. You can run here to get, a TV. But it's not economically beneficial to the community. If the school systems are trash, right? They don't care. You think they care? They don't care. How many times do we have to see over and over and over and over again that all they want is your money? And on top of that, you abusing us? Oh, hell nah. It's not going to happen. How long do you think that people are going to sit back? Look throughout history. Now, I will say this. Some of these people who feel, why are they doing that to their community? You shouldn't be doing that. I hope y'all don't celebrate 4th of July in this country, because let me know how the United States got their independence from Great Britain. Did they do it peacefully? Were they holding hands and swaying from side to side? No, it was bloodshed. So make sure you don't celebrate 4th of July or any Independence Day for your country, wherever your country is. No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. I'm gonna read the comments in a minute, but I want to say this before I do. I was listening to someone say, now this right here, this grinds my gears. This is why they look at us the way that they do. This is why they treat us like animals. This is why, they talk to us the way that they do. That's why? Nah. They do this because they can. And let me tell you, see, this is what I was going to say about Doja Cat, the Doja Cat situation, but I don't even know if I'll get to that. Why in the HELL are some of us, and when I say us, I'm black. For those of you who are just joining, you may have never seen my face before. Why is it that some of us care about what, quote unquote, they think? Do you think that we were put here on this earth to satisfy man? Nah, we weren't. I don't like that type of talk. I don't judge people who say that, but because they may have their reasons why they feel that way. But I personally don't like that type of talk. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't give a damn what anybody outside of my village who had a hand in rearing me and bringing me up to the woman that I am today. I don't give a damn what you think about me or how I look to you. You didn't have a hand in building me up to who I am today. And especially a group of people that are brutalizing you, discriminating against you. You worry about how you look in their eyes? Yo, do you know back in the day, I wish I would have wrote this down. There was a man, this was maybe was it in the 1920s? Or maybe even before that. Like a real long time ago, okay? There was this black man who applied, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to post it in my community tab, who applied for he enrolled in a university to go to school. Yo, do you know what they did to this guy? They deemed him mentally insane, and they put him in an insane asylum. for applying to go to a university. And the man was not mentally insane. He was very qualified to enter into a higher learning institution, like a university, an institution of higher learning. That's what I meant to say. Because he was black, they deemed him crazy for even thinking that he could be at a university and go to college and earn a college degree. They deemed him mentally insane, and this was legally done. They were allowed to deem him mentally insane and put him in an insane asylum. And people are worried about a Target or a Foot Locker, a Walmart. As far as I'm concerned, some of them people, yeah, I know there's people out there that probably don't even care for the cause and taking stuff. But as far as I'm concerned, consider it the people collecting their taxes. These corporate entities, a lot of them don't even pay taxes. Do y'all know that? They get tax breaks. But they sure are taking the community's money when they driving up prices. And the cost of these big companies being in some of these communities cost the residents. It don't cost these companies. All right, let me look at the comments now. Oh, I got to go far back. Hey, everybody. The police lied and said he died. Yes, they did say that he died at the hospital. He was already deceased before the paramedics even came. And I didn't see the video, but just from looking at people's comments and also talking to some of my friends who've seen the video, can y'all confirm that when the paramedics showed up, they didn't even check his pulse? They just kind of like threw him on the gurney, I guess. Just like they did, what's my man name that he was selling loose cigarettes outside of the store. The store owner called the cops on him. I can't remember his name. And the cops were choking him. He was a really big guy, so the cops were choking him. That video I saw. And when the paramedics came, I thought, these can't be EMTs. They can't be. They literally like threw him on a gurney, like didn't even strap him down and got him up out of there. The police side said he died at the hospital, but the video clearly shows that he died right there on the street. Then they said he resisted arrest. But there's video of him when he first was arrested. I guess when he was taken out the store and he's walking, he wasn't resisting anything. You know that if somebody gets arrested, right, and you say, "Why am I being arrested?" Stop resisting. Why do you think they look at that ding dong head in Central Park that threatened to call the cops on that black man because he told her that you don't have the leash on your dog. You need to abide by, or you need to follow the leash law rules. I'm gonna call the cops and say that there's a black man harassing me. Do you know that some of this demonic talk is ingrained in these people? And you want people to be at peace? Yo, when you are at war with your opponent, you are not at peace. You're not going to display peace. You are at war with an opponent. People who behave and think like this are your opponents. That woman in Central Park was about to lie, or she did call the cops, right? Yeah, she did. She should be fined and she should serve jail time because that is abusing the system. If you call the cops too many times and make false reports, that's against the law. Granted, she was fired, yada, yada. She should be. And that's another thing with me, man. I don't get excited. Eric Garner, thank you. Thank you. That video I saw. I don't get excited when what's supposed to be done is done, right? Like, people were saying like, good, it's good she lost her job, fine. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. If the company didn't want to be associated with her because they don't want any issues as far as, racial discrimination, for whatever reason. But that doesn't impress me. Do any of you clap when you see fish swimming? No, right? Fish is supposed to swim. She should have been fired from her job because she's a representation of that company and the company wants no parts of it. Great. Why aren't charges pressed against her? And why isn't she being fined and jailed? She knew exactly what she was doing. This type of stuff is ingrained in these people. Oh, all I have to say is we live in a country where destruction has happened over and over again because someone said, oh, a black man did this to me. We're talking about going back to Emmett Till. Do you know that woman is still alive today and she admitted that she lied? She's still alive. We should never be able to get used to this type of brutality and discrimination. And no matter how often it happens, this shouldn't be normalized. And to some people, I'm starting to see that it's becoming normalized. It should never be normalized. Never. So when these people who are in Minnesota and these other places are raising Cain, see, they weren't expecting that. The governor, he wasn't expecting that. The prosecutor, he wasn't expecting all of this mayhem to take place, all this rebellion, this uprising to take place so quick. And these people have been out there for like 3-4 days consecutively. They weren't expecting that. Say what you will. Oh, this is what they want you to do so that they could have the National Guard come in. Them people ain't scared. Apparently not, right? They're out there. I can't tell anybody that's out there that they're wrong because they're out there. They're out there. I'm not. They're fed up. Just like when any of these countries wanted to gain their independence, they were fed up with the rule that they were under, right? So all hell broke loose. These people that are out there rebelling and protesting, they're speaking the language of this country. That's what this country has done throughout time. They've burnt some stuff. They've killed. They've moved people off their land, pillaged, looted, all types of stuff. So now these people are speaking your language and they don't like it because this is hurting them financially. Oh, well. Ice Cube said ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, right? Many of them are either undercover cops or people from other states coming. Yeah, I saw that too. Oh, wow. A reporter using his phone to play gunshot sounds and blame it on the people. Wow. They were trying to say that he didn't die of strangulations, but of complications from heart problems. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. They said that he had hypertension and he had heart problems. But like I said, but do you see how that should insult everybody, in my opinion? That should insult everybody, especially when we seen that this officer had his knee on his neck, restricting this man's airway. You gonna tell us, we've seen the footage. You gonna tell us that's how this man died? That is an insult to everybody's intelligence. Even somebody who has a low IQ score should be in an uproar about that. Yes, it was. It was 3 white cops. Greetings, TKC. Yeah, the angle that they have been showing is the one where the Asian cop is in the street, and then the white cop has his knee on George's neck. But then there's a separate angle showing that behind the truck, there's 2 other officers that are kneeling on his body. He's face down on the ground, and he was listen, I'm not even gonna even say that. Like, let me stop. Let me quit while I'm ahead. But I'm a little bit I don't even know what word. Insert word here. I'm a little bit blank that I seen on my timeline on Facebook. People going in about Target. Yo, I was like, you know what? I think I'm about to delete my Facebook account. Like, I really, and again, people have the right to have their opinion. But when I tell you, when I seen the images and read the comments that he was crying out for his mom, I just got immediately, the first person I thought of was like, my God, his mother. His mother has to bury her son. This woman has to bury her son. And she is constantly going to be reminded the barbaric manner that her son was killed. Jesus Christ. And people are worried about a MF in Target. Yo, this is why I haven't been on in a couple of days. I can't. And the people that witnessed this, who knows what type of psychological trauma that they're going to experience. The girl who they're scrutinizing the young girl who recorded this, the 17-year-old girl. Really? What was she supposed to do? She probably was paralyzed with fear. But no, people don't think that that's possible until they're in a position. The Minnesota Governor Tim Walz admitted during a conference that the police were scared. The police were, you serious? See, I stopped watching yesterday after that prosecutor got up there and was talking crazy. Wait, he said that they were scared? Wow. Oh. The police were scared, not the ones that, okay. He also mentioned that the National Guard they should be afraid. And I really feel like everyone who is upset about the rebellions that's going on, blame those cops. That is where you are supposed to be directing your anger. Oh, his mother passed away? Thank you for fact checking me. The sad thing about this is his mother. Oh, his mother passed away. Okay. But wait a minute. Child, it is some fool-la-la going on. Because who was it that was giving the oh, well, they said the family of George Floyd. I know his sister said something. Wow, his mom passed away? Thanks for fact checking. Right, Governor Walz said that they were afraid because they exhausted all. Good. And see, this is what I want people to understand. There's power in numbers. You understand? There's power in numbers. Yeah, they can't read yeah, exactly. Good. Wait, his mom did pass away? I'm telling you right now, and I understand that people want to get the word out. People are frustrated. But yo, like, I wanted to tell some of my Facebook friends, because they're a mixture of people that I like know personally, right? Like, yo, please stop sharing this damn video. Please. Like, I get it, but it's so horrific. I don't know. They said he was crying for his mother. Ugh. Okay, this is another thing. I see I got my intellects in the building. Welcome, by the way. Make sure you're liking the video. When they decided to fire this one particular cop, that one cop, right? Here's what I don't understand. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the CNN headquarters. I saw that this morning. No, late last night, early this morning, that they got at that CNN building in Atlanta. Here's what help me understand this, y'all. When the officer was fired, right? Remember, he just got quote unquote taken into custody. I still don't believe that he was taken into custody. I think they're hiding him out. But anyway, when they fired him, what did they fire him for? Like, they never specified, unless I missed it. The prosecutor never said, nor did the police chief said they fired him on the grounds of blank. What did they fire him for? Because to me, I don't even care if this video get monetized. If you want to donate, feel free to donate. My Cash App is in the description. It's not necessary, but it would be greatly appreciated. I don't even care about this video being monetized. To me, this seems like this is all orchestrated. I think that the rebellions, they wasn't expecting all of that. You know what I'm trying to say? Because why would they fire him? On the grounds of what? Not saying that he doesn't deserve to be fired, but these people play politics and they play chess. So I'm saying to myself, if you fired him, right, he had to have gone against some sort of code of conduct. So why wasn't he arrested shortly thereafter? It took you guys, took them a couple of days to claim that he was taken into custody and charged with whatever. But what did you fire him for? I don't get that. Did they do that so that they could turn around? Did they do that so that they could wait for the autopsy, then turn around and slap him with a 3rd-degree murder charge, which would be easy for him to beat? Let's just keep it real. Not that he should be let off the hook. And even if he does get charged with 3rd-degree murder, what does that carry? A sentence of what? 10 years? The person that threw something in CNN was a white guy. Yeah, they got all of them out there. We know how that go as it pertains to crisis actors and stuff like that. Okay. Dang, I wish my homie was on here. I have to say this because I had a conversation about this, right? And some conversations I don't even bring to the platform, but it is what it is. I really think that this was a orchestrate, like this was, George was the target. I don't believe that this was just happenstance. You know what I mean? I really believe, because so many things are connecting. Did you see on CNN where this lady who's a bar owner, she said that the cop and George Floyd did security at her club together at one time? 3rd-degree murder is a maximum, but what's the minimum of 40 years? It's only active in Minnesota, Florida, and Pennsylvania. Okay. Oh, that's the maximum. What did I say? 10, I think? Okay, the maximum is 40. And do you by any chance know what the minimum is? But how they charging him with 3rd-degree murder? Whatever. I can't. I'm not even going to wreck my brain anymore. I've been pulling my eyelashes out one by one since this all went down. But I just feel like they think that the public is stupid. You know what I'm trying to say? They think people are stupid. Half of them, I believe, are either crisis actors, undercover cops, and or people who are coming from other states. Yeah, I believe all of the above are true. Right, George the officer knew each other in the past. They worked at a bar. They probably had a great... I really believe that this, even before that lady came out and said, the bar owner, I was having a conversation with the bestie, and I said this looked like it was a target, like a targeted hit. I just because even when EMT came, right, they didn't even check his pulse. It's almost as if like they were told, all right, you could come now. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't see what those other 2 cops were doing behind the truck. They were not in plain view. You know what I mean? The pictures and the images that you see. So who knows? They could have been calling like, all right, you guys can come now. And they just came, put them on the gurney, and they were out. Like, it just seemed like this was all orchestrated. And then to find out that they had worked at the same location doing security. This is wild, man. And then again, all this information, visual evidence. And then just to hear people say, oh, why y'all doing that? That's counterproductive. Why y'all burning this down? What? You may feel that way, but that's the first thing that comes to your mind? Wow, man. That is disheartening. That's disheartening to me. Okay, Minnesota guidelines recommends 12 and a half years for third degree murder and 4 years on the manslaughter. But let me ask y'all. Now, please, this is a judgment-free zone. I want y'all to respectfully share your opinions. What do you guys feel about the protesters rebelling in Minnesota and in other areas, and things going up in flames? What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that these people are right, wrong? Do you feel that it is gonna hurt them in the long run? Like, people, I'm just throwing out things that people are saying. It's gonna hurt them. They're destroying their community. Right. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? They had a cop from the same department only served 12 and a half years for whatever his offense was. Yes, he does. Yes, he does, Josie. He sure does. He sure does. He has 11 offenses. He has killed others. I think he was only verbally reprimanded for 2 out of the 11. All 11 were dismissed. I did see that. Correction. Minnesota has a different ruling for third degree murder. It's a maximum of 25 years or $40,000 fine or both. The legislation doesn't specify a minimum. Okay. Thank you for that. But yeah, what are you guys feeling about these protesters? The last thing I saw was they were across the street from the White House, or they were on the White House lawn. There were people. This officer has a second house in Florida, and there were people yesterday camping out in front of his house in Florida. Minnesota 609. Okay, perfect. I'm writing that down, TKC. Thank you. See, royal intellects. Some of you probably missed my earlier, a church announcement earlier about people coming on here and, showing respect to the platform and telling some of these goofies to stay out of here with their foolishness. But it doesn't matter, because who's supposed to be here is going to be here. And I appreciate each and every one of you engaging in intellectual, respectful dialogue. Sorry if I sound repetitive to those who already heard this. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. I personally think they have the right to be mad about all of this, and I think most of them people are being peaceful. I think some are there to cause more harm. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yep. I agree, Josie. And it's funny because the same people, like, it's just, to me, especially with all this information available and all the trickery that we've seen throughout the years, whenever there's all this stuff going on and people are burning down businesses and ransacking companies or whatever they're doing, it's automatically assumed that it's black people. You see what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something. Classical conditioning is a mother lover. And when you are brainwashed, you don't realize that you brainwash. It's like they've already done the job. Boom. Now it's like, just let them go. They can do whatever they want to do or whatever. We don't have to brainwash them anymore. The job is done. You don't realize that you've been classically conditioned to see things a certain way. I do not condemn the protesters. Exactly. Yep. But nobody I thank you, TKC. But no one will say, oh, Martin Luther the King, how could he say something so offensive? Great female G, welcome. Welcome. I think a lot of this wasn't going to get done unless someone stepped up to the challenge, like always. Now they're forced to look at it. Exactly. Even if it's shown in a bad light. Exactly. Yep. Who knows if because look, until the video evidence of Ahmaud Arbery came out, we thought that situation, well, most of us thought that situation happened right when the video came out, not even knowing that it had happened, 2 months prior? Imagine if the video didn't come out. Wow. Female G, thanks for joining. We are talking about all the goings on in Minnesota and some people having negative remarks toward the protesters and those who are rebelling out there in Minnesota. My views may not be considered popular, but I don't condemn them for burning down the police precinct, attacking CNN, and moving on to the White House. The pressure was needed to bring attention. I agree. And I in my opinion, sometimes peaceful isn't proactive. I mean, I'm just saying, look at the history. Look at the history of this country. No country gained their independence from their rulers via peace. But if we you know what I'm saying? But people sometimes forget that though. But it's okay because of who it was, right? Man. You don't condemn the protesters. You listen and enjoying the commentary. Glad you're enjoying. Thank you. I can't condemn them, man. Like, to me, I don't think it's right or wrong. Like, for me, it's not that simple. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at, oh, my phone just died. I don't look at it as a right or wrong. I think this is a result of a bigger issue that has been swept under the rug, they don't care. They're just like, oh, well, let them do what they do. It's a result of a bigger issue. I don't look at it as right or wrong. You know, I don't judge any of these people out there because, like I said, in the midst of a quote unquote pandemic, they are out there fearless and fed up. And for that, I have to respect them. I choose to respect them. I don't have to do nothing, but I choose to respect them because they're out there. They're the ones that's out there marching for a cause. And yes, they're going to be, crisis actors and people who try to sabotage this. See, that just further proves the point of some of these people, some of these demon seeds who have been trained to just cause calamity and commotion everywhere they go because they want to perpetuate this. They want to keep this negative stereotype of a certain demographic of people going. They're willing. Look at how far they're willing to go. In the middle of a protest, they're willing to throw this here and start a fire here and have gunshot sounds on a phone. That's wild, man. You can't be. Let me be quiet. I gotta catch myself. That's demonic to me. I don't care what. I strongly feel that. Look at that officer's face when he was doing what he was doing to that man, to George. Look at his face. You don't even got to watch the video. Just look at the pictures. And oh my goodness, how could I forget this? I was saying, I posted on my Facebook, I said, why isn't there any video surveillance of this cop being taken into custody, right? Woke up this morning and saw a mugshot. It's supposed to be a mugshot of this cop. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm not buying this okie doke that they're trying to pull. Because that man, that looks like that was a older picture. Probably when he was reprimanded before, who knows? That don't look like the same man. There's no way that that's the same person. No way. I think most of them call this fire in Minnesota argue with people than the others are doing stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to read the comments. There's something demonic about this whole thing. Word. This nation has a history of responding to a loss of life, a loss of property, and a loss of money, or a combination of all three. Yes, indeed. I'm skeptical that dude in the pic was... So you seen the picture. Okay. No, there hasn't been any footage from the body cam either. Mm-hmm. They claim that there is footage, but we've yet to see that. Maybe they're doctoring it up, you know. Trust me, I know there's a lot of editing software that can make things that are not look as though they are, and vice versa. And they expect, people are being manipulated left and right. People are losing jobs. People are socially drained prior to all of this. And then just like I said, consecutive, over and over and over and over again, year after year, decade after decade, century after century, nothing has changed. Look at the history of Haiti. Blood shed for their independence. Bloodshed. Thank you, TKC. See, I didn't even say. I leave out certain things to see if anybody else catches certain things. Yep. Thank you, female G, and yep, she gone. Yeah, go. You know what? You might be able to see it on Nicole. You might be able to see it on the Shade Room, if I'm not mistaken. The Shade Room might have it. I'm not putting that demonic seed on my up here. I saw it earlier though. Yep. Oh, the Shade Room has it. Yeah, I think that's why I saw the picture on the Shade Room. Why wouldn't they request civilian footage when they have their own? Can somebody help me understand though? After this, right? After this happened on Monday, they claim they fired this man. Why would and didn't arrest him until just yesterday, which was Friday. You fired him on the grounds of what? They never said that. That's why I'm like, you fired him. What you fired him for? You only would have fired him if he committed a crime or went against the code of conduct, right? So what did you fire? They didn't even specify. They said that, he was fired. He's an ex-cop now. Wouldn't that potentially sabotage the investigation and the trial? Maybe I'm tripping. Let me know if I'm wrong, y'all. But all in all, I guess because of witnesses, and someone did post a pic of the other angle showing the other two cops. Yep. What, Nicole? I said the same thing. I was like, who the hell is this guy? I said, this is not, y'all not gonna see. Stop playing with people's intelligence. And to me, I think that is extremely offensive. Stop it. That would piss me off too. Knock it off. Like, you killed a man, man. Cut the antics out. They were hoping to erase the footage the same way they were censoring social media posts on YouTube and Facebook that shows the video. Yeah. This made me think about a post you did in the comments. Be right back. Okay. In the community tab. What I done posted. Female G said, be right back. But man, for real, as much as you guys can, I really am hoping for the safety of your mental health, because I'm telling you, man, this had me not even like, I was in a different headspace, man. I really was. And it was just filled with like, you know, it was just high emotions. It was a lot. It was very intense. And I just kept thinking like, damn, man. It was a lot of thoughts running through my head, put it that way. And because I'm the type of person that I am, I was like on the fence with talking about this, but that's not who I am. I'm vocal. Like it's a lot of things that are uncomfortable. Okay, Josie girl. It's not even Sunday, and we about to go to church. Like I said, I had a conversation with my best friend, and we were talking about a lot of things that some of y'all are saying on this thread right now. And I'm grateful to know that my energy is attracting intellectual thinkers. No, I don't want to see the video. A lot of times I don't click on, like, even when my friends send me stuff, I'll be like, what is this? Just watch it. I'm not watching it. Because that stuff can really affect you. I don't know. It's just, I'm visually sensitive. I just made that up. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I am. But first of all, just judging by the picture, and I did like, you know, sometimes when you scroll past the video, it'll automatically like play or whatever. And I did hear the crowd in the back. So I like, you know, on Twitter, I stopped it and I just read the comments about what people are saying. And then I talk to my friends and they're like telling me, you know, play by play, what happened in the video. But no, I don't want to see it. And I cringe every time I see like people on my friends list on Facebook or whatever, like sharing it. I get it. You know, I'm not judging them. I can't. People could do what they want to do, but it's just like, ooh, let's stop sharing this, you know? Because the whole video in its entirety is still out there. Yeah, I've seen, well, I didn't see one posting of the whole thing. I've seen when he was taken out of the store. He wasn't resisting arrest. I also seen the angle from the other side of the street, I guess, because there were people who were recording on the other side of the street, and I saw the still shot of the officers who were behind that black truck kneeling on him as well. And then, of course, and I did see the man had his hand in his pocket. I saw when the Asian officer was telling people to like, hey, get back, you know, step back or whatever. Asian. Man, that's another thing. That's another thing. Don't be fooled, y'all. They identify as white. But anyway, I really hope that you guys are taking care of your mental health as much as you can. Like, some of us are stronger than others in certain areas, but just, you know, I encourage people talking about this with other people, not not arguing on Facebook. I mean, honestly, because people take things out of context, but I feel like we should all, more than ever, we should all stand with each other, even though some people may not like the manner in which people are protesting. I don't feel that right now is the time for there to be separation. You know, that whole divide and conquer. Like, I tell you, those people don't even have to teach us how to divide and conquer anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just almost like they conditioned you to do it and then you do it. I just don't feel like now is the time to be talking about, oh, well, you know, we have to call the senator's office and no. Nobody's calling no senator's office. I don't think people should tell people how to handle their rage and frustration and their high emotions. You know, organized rage. What the hell does that mean? That don't even make any sense. Organized rage? What the? Yeah, I saw his wife is divorcing him, Sky Girl. To be honest, screw Facebook a little because Mark is tripping, backing up Trump lately, so he won't be in trouble. Who? Wait, did I miss something? Oh, Mark. I'm like, who the hell is Mark? Oh, Zuckerberg. Yeah, his wife divorcing him. She probably like, man, I finally got a way out from this crazy mofo. Who knows? But then again, well then no. If she's filing for divorce, the divorce would have to be final in order for her to possibly testify against him, right? Or she probably is going to get the hell out of Dodge. Oh, female G. Sometimes it physically hurts to hold back my sarcastic comments. That was to hold my sarcastic comments in. Yeah, that was in reference to what I was talking about early. Yeah, if she's divorcing him, she probably divorcing him for her own safety. Yeah, I would too. Shoot. People in the shade room was making jokes about it, saying she's like, all right, I'm gonna head out. You better run, girl, run. But yeah, me about holding the. Sometimes it physically hurts to hold my sarcastic comments in. That was earlier on in the broadcast when I was just basically doing a little bit of house cleaning and talking about people coming on here trying to be funny and thinking just because I don't say anything back to them, which I'm sometimes inclined to do. My sarcasm is just like real quick, you know. That's why I put that up there. But I'm just gonna continue to start. Oh, the post can apply now. Well, you know what? True, because I had to stop myself a couple of times. She probably don't want people coming after her too. Yeah, listen, it's too late, sis. You know what I'm saying? It's too late for sis. People are gonna come at her neck. They're gonna listen. I don't know if you guys saw this, right? There was one guy, I don't remember his name, some guy or whatever, some racist idiot. He posted on Facebook that it brought him so much joy to see what happened to George happen to George. Baby, when I tell you that there was the thread was so long, they found out well, obviously his name was on there. They found his address, his phone number, his wife's name, phone number, his father's name and phone number, his brother, the business that his father owned that passed down to the brother and him, his neighbor's address. They were posting all of this under in a thread on Facebook and sharing it like crazy. His kids, where his wife work. Whoo! Honey? People ain't playing. And I'm glad. I'm so glad. Yo, they were going in. Like, I think I was on that thread. Some of the information was repetitive, but I'm talking about taking screenshots of the man's house, his phone number, where he used to live, his brother, no lie, his wife, his sister, his brother, his neighbor's house, and neighbor's name and phone number. I was like, what? Female G, I'm talking about when they were when George Floyd first got killed. This was Monday when all of this happened Monday. People were sharing the video and posting about it, right? So apparently in somebody who shared the video of what happened to George Floyd, there was some white guy who came in the comments and said that, how he enjoyed seeing what happened to George Floyd happen. Oh, it gave me great joy to watch this from beginning to end. Some racist white guy. So the people who saw his comment, they went in. They was getting at his ass. They were getting at him. I'm telling you, determination and precision for sure. I'm like, dang. I ain't mad at you. But stop I know one thing. Stop provoking people. Stop provoking people. You provoke somebody, don't get mad when they raise up on you. I don't get it. Stop provoking people. I will never feel sorry for the person who jumps in a lion's den, literally, and taunts the lion and wants to be funny and wants to act stupid with the lion. And when the lion mauls off their left arm, and this person is on the news crying, saying, oh, that lion needs to be put to death. No, you need to go to jail. That lion was in his den, minding his business. You decided to step on his territory and taunt him. I know animals operate off of instinct and we don't. Like, we have the ability to reason. But my point is, stop provoking people. And then on top of that, you condemned when the provoked people raise up and they're the bad guys. How did this all start? Child, I can't say it enough. People are going to think whatever they want to think. I just wanted to come on here. Yeah, people need to be careful about trolling on the internet. Internet is best. Yep. Exactly. And there's power in numbers. So he's only one person. And they done pulled his whole family tree. You see? He thought he was trying to be funny. You see what I'm saying? He came on trying to be funny. And now the consequences of that is you have your loved ones being harassed by your actions. Yeah, I don't know why people do that. They forget that we live in an age where we can find things out so quickly. There are people who know how to use those tools perfectly. Exactly. But I just wanted to come on here and talk with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that y'all were good. I did a little bit of house cleaning. I got that over with quick. So if you came in late, you can always watch the replay. I greatly appreciate it. Again, I want to tell all of you who come in here, comment on my videos, comment on my lives, provide me with information, provide others with information. All of you are friendly with each other. Y'all cool. That's the environment, man. I'm not on no stupid ish. I'm not. We could have our opinions. We could joke. We could laugh. We could talk about, serious issues going on. You know what I mean? And we could all learn from each other. And nobody's in here beefing and nobody with no foolishness. And I want to keep it that way. I'm just a cool girl, Like, I've always been on some cool stuff. Like, we can disagree, but respect should be at the top level for yourself. I always say for yourself, for me, and for my platform. So hopefully everybody, I'm taking a breather from all of this stuff that's going on, like social media and stuff like that. I mean, I turned on MSNBC yesterday briefly. Wasn't who was supposed to be coming out there to Minnesota? Reverend Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton ain't get there yet? Because you know how they do. They're probably like, nope, I'm not going out there. These people are angry. They don't want to hear from Reverend Al or Jesse Jackson. Shout out to the protesters, man. I have to say, I much respect to them. I big them up. Much respect to them. The real protesters, not these fake crisis actors and ish starters. The real protesters. Though, wait, since exactly, the people don't want to hear from no control leaders. Exactly, people ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. People are not falling for this okey doke no more, man. They're not, and I love seeing every minute of it. I do. I just always felt like at the beginning of this year, I felt like there was gonna be some sort of like every once in a while this happens, like a mass awakening, like people are waking up. You know what I mean? And they're just not taking things like the way they used to. Things are like shifting and changing. And sometimes I guess this is growing pains because things have to change. They can't stay the same forever. Like that's evolution. Things have to change in order for certain things to survive and maintain or whatever. We have to evolve, you know? So I feel like this is growing pains, you know, and on the other side of this, I'm sure it's going to be better. I believe that. It's going to be better, but things have to, you know, we got to go through this transition period, and it's ugly. And all throughout history, we've seen that, right? Oh, Sharpton was there? Ciao. Man, let me tell you something. Since the coronavirus pandemic began, those have been speaking about the second wave while watching the news coverage. Yeah. I can't wonder if the second wave epidemic. Ah. I thought about, yeah, that's a good point. Which leads me to believe that this was all possibly planned. Because you know what? That's true. Like, okay, so I guess in the next couple of months or so, we need to look out to see if that bell curve has been flattened as far as the pandemic cases, right? Let's see. But then again, y'all know, y'all hear me say this often. You already know what they do with statistics, so who even really knows? But I'ma still keep my eyes and ears out. Yes. So we have to see in the next few months. I mean, can't really see much right now. You know what I'm saying? But we have to see in the next few months what's gonna happen with these numbers. But I did watch Growing Up Hip Hop, y'all. I hate to talk about Growing Up Hip Hop in this live, but I just want to let you know I did watch Growing Up Hip Hop. And I am going to be putting up that review later. Yeah, population control part 2. Well, I'll see you guys later. Gotta go, everyone. You have a great weekend too. Yup, she gone. Thank you for your commentary and for joining. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the like button. Also, if this is your first time here and you want to continue to join the royal family with these discussions and things like that, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell and select all so that you don't miss out. So, I need to go on Twitter and give my regards to the racists, including the White House squatter. Yo, he's a clown. Did you guys see that he signed the executive order? Because he's getting at Twitter. He claims that Twitter is censoring. You know, he really is an embarrassment to this country. And the reason why I say that is because nobody can tap him on the shoulder and like give him any advice. Nah, he's an embarrassment to himself. He thinks that Twitter is censoring his posts, his comments on Twitter or his tweets. Bro, you can't be putting up false information on Twitter and then think that people are not going to fact check you. Anyway, I don't talk about Cheeto Head. Yeah, like you can't be doing that. This man was going around talking about, oh, Flint, Michigan has clean water. Flint, Michigan has clean water. They don't. No, they don't. And when you get called out on that, you get mad. Why? My question is, why are you so gung ho about spreading false information? What, like, girl, I can't. I just can't. But okay, before I go, I got a question. So if, let's say, he is even remotely successful, right? As far as his beef with Twitter, which child, that's going nowhere. But does he not realize that Twitter can hold him legally responsible for his tweets if they're false? Because somebody will hold Twitter legally responsible for allowing him to be on their platform putting out false information. You know what? My head hurt now. I can't. Yeah, I saw that. I reposted that on Facebook. He better be careful. Because like Ice Cube said, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So he may intend the casualties to be one person, one group of people, and that may just backfire. And it may not. Okay. Anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Wait, he claimed he didn't know that quote came from racist law enforcement to get it back. This not funny, but it's like, come on, man. This guy. This is... Yo, this guy's a different breed. Like, nobody in his cabinet don't tap him on the shoulder and be like, hey, yo, Don, I don't think you could say that. Like, nobody? This is true. At least we know. Oh, gosh. I just, it must hurt to be that stupid. It's got to be painful to be that stupid. They don't want to get fired. But I'd rather you fire me than sue me. You know what I'm saying? No, I get it. Child, he probably... It's probably all types of hostage situations going on up in there. Yo, I can't believe this guy, bro. Whatever. He's his own worst enemy, man. He really is. Anywho, all right, Royal Family. Let me go get started on the Growing Up Hip Hop and Bruh reviews. I did watch those shows, but I haven't recorded anything. I wanted to make sure that I was in a good headspace when I came to do this live. And I greatly appreciate all of you joining me. I would rather know I had to get rid of some people on social media that showed their true colors. It's scary. Yeah, it's really scary. I don't want none of them around me. So, Royal Family, if you are watching the replay, watching late or you came in late, just make sure you go back and watch the replay. Comment, in the regular comment section. Please keep all comments respectful. Like, I can't with y'all because y'all making me have to like bite my tongue because I be having so much sarcastic stuff to say when people try to be funny. And it's just like, dang, that would be such a good zinger. But I have to show maturity and I have to lead by example. But enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Make sure your notifications are on. So look out for those videos. Like I said, I love each and every one of you. Respect to all of you who kept my platform respectful. So I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. Get out. You know what? I'm going to go out for a walk before I come back and deal with Romeo and ICDC College because that episode had me hot. I'll see you soon. Until next time, Royal Family. Peace.